Oh, hi.
He's like, be yourself no matter how fucking hard it is. You trust in the identity that you want to build for yourself. Insipid duty. I love that one. Insipid duty. We don't have any duty to this world or to any one person other than ourselves. Like, I'm not kidding you when I say this mushroom tastes like chicken. What if I said fuck? Classical call. Pretty much like feels like I'm reading my own thoughts. So I don't think that it'll. Here's how I would carry 4 books if I needed to, not flung around in my bag. What?
Like, people were literally enslaved at the time of most of these deaths. Yeah.
Is that the 1900s? Yeah. The early 1900s. And there are people today in 2023 that are still like everything phobic. Be comfortable with being alone. You're not going to have, you were in the womb by yourself and you're going to die alone. And some people may think that was harsh, but I think that was one of the greatest lessons she ever taught me, because my mother taught me how to be independent and comfortable with being myself from like literally 5, 6 years old. Hello, my 3:32 p.m. first of all. Saturday, May 6th. This is the fit. I'm gonna wear boots. This tote bag. To Manhattan because I want lunch. I need a place, a cozy place to read that isn't my apartment. I'm packing my bag. See when I get there. Or am I gonna bring my camera? We'll see. Look at the beautiful clouds and the beautiful sky and my beautiful man. Hi, baby. Hi. Oh, you look so good. Why are you covering your, oh. Stop. Don't say that. Oh my god. The clouds at nighttime. I mean, they're not necessarily better than the clouds in the daytime, but like, fuck yes. I will eat these up too. Look at that. Look at
no disgrace or stigma. For my own part, I protest that should I ever go to Corsica, my first visit, ere I even presented myself to the mayor or prefect, should be to the bandits of Colomba, if I could only manage.
Look at that corner.
Say what?
Look at that piece. That piece right there. It smells really good.
Really gorgeous.
This is gonna revive my fucking soul. And I just dropped a tomato on my lap. Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, that's okay. I'm just recording the sky. Thank you. Aw, it makes me miss my teapot that broke. Yay.
Yeah, she's.
Okay, this was slaps though. I'm not gonna lie. This is better than Italy and Talenti, and more expensive than both of them as well. So I guess that makes sense if you think that capital equals quality. I keep thinking that's the moon, but it's not. And we're at Union Square Park. There's Whole Foods. Aww, physical touch. We love that. What is wrong with you? Are you cold? You chickens? These boots are made for walking, and that's just what we'll do. Hey. One day, something, these boots are gonna walk all over you. Okay. This looks like fake Washington Square Park.
Look at these.
What?
I love them.
The bulbs?
Yeah.
Oh wait, are these plants? Oh my god, they're so cute. Mead! Stop it. They kind of do look like mead. They look like giant dandelions. What are they? Okay, goodbye, camera.
Play that happy song.
Here's how my night is going. And a phone that is broken. Does not work. Screen does not work. This be the best espresso shot I've ever pulled at home. Like, do you see the quality of this crema? Like, are you shitting me? Look at that. Okay. Also, update to the bruises injury sustained last night. I just winced that one. My knee is still patched up. My other knee is, I don't even know. Okay, so boom. It is the next day. I mean, not the next day, the day after I fell. I can't tell you what time it is because my phone screen shattered when I fell because I caught myself with my hands and my phone in my hand, and it like tore up my hand or the ground. I don't really know what happened because I got up really quickly. I didn't really have time to assess the situation. It all happened really fast. My legs are also, you know, what you saw, and it hurts. And I am on my way now to Manhattan to go to T-Mobile to get a new phone. And I also need to go to Target, and I need to go to the beauty supply store, and I need to go to Zara to return some things. So I'm gonna run some errands. I want to say that I want to bring my camera with me, but I don't know if I'm gonna vlog, but I should bring it with me, so we'll see. I've been contacting literally everyone from my watch. Okay. I'm really like devastated right now because I really don't want to pay for this. Like, I can, but we'll see what happens. The day has ended and I forgot to update this vlog, but it's 9:30 p.m. I'm back home. I did get a new phone, but that's the screen. It doesn't turn on, doesn't work, can't use it. And today, I've just been setting up all that. And I just watched a series of Unfortunate Events by Lemony Snicket on Netflix, and it was kind of good. And I think I want to go to bed now, but I might read a little bit of Monte Cristo first. That's it. Snake plant is in the corner over here. I think it needs to be repotted. These seeds have not come up, and I honestly probably don't think they will. These ones are doing fine. That plant. And Ashton got me some flowers last night.
Inhaling through the left nostril. At the top of your inhalation, plug the left nostril and exhale through the right nostril. Take your time. Then inhale through the right side. Plug the right side.
the other one is supposed to come with it. I'm kind of confused. Maybe the mailman that's coming is gonna drop it off. No, they're leaving. Okay. I feel like I'm gonna do like one big book haul, but because these are coming as I'm filming, it just makes sense to show myself what I got. Oh no, my battery's dying. Okay, someone's daughter. Childhood. Got a mass market paperback version of The Catcher in the Rye. Hey, so I think the last time I updated y'all, it was noon and I was reading, and at that point I read until about 3 p.m. and now it's 5 p.m. I just woke up from a short couple hour nap, and I feel like I kind of jumped out of my sleep. I don't know why, like some fear. And then it took me a while to like regain my footing when I got back up, but nonetheless I woke up and my packages that I've been waiting for came. I'm gonna show you what other books I got from thrift books. Where's my phone? I got a case for my phone, which came with a screen protector. Oh, what chemically smells. Okay, so this is a book bag. It's literally meant to hold your books in them before you throw them into your bag so that they don't fall apart. And mainly I got this for books like The Count of Monte Cristo. I'm gonna show you how to fill it with these different size books. Also, my phone case came with these really cute stickers, and I'm trying to decide if I want to put them on my phone or not. And then an extra book right there. So here's how I would carry 4 books if I needed to, not flung around in my bag. That's nice. I didn't know it came with 2. Are these belt hangers? Because lately I've been into accessories on my clothing rack, and I want them to be hung like neat and organized. So we got some belt racks. What's I've been waiting for is my second package from thrift books, which is quite chunky because in total I think I ordered 10 or 11 books. Like, they're in pretty good quality. So next I have The Tragedy of Othello, which I have read. It's my water. The Tragedy of Othello, which I read. I believe I read this in like 10th grade, but I'm due for a reread. Let's see if it has any annotations in it. Oh, nice and clean. I got The Diary of a Young Girl by Anne Frank, because this book is banned, and I love reading things that people are not supposed to read, and it's in an epistolary style, and if I said that correctly, then that means that it's a series of letters. Up by Shakespeare is King Lear, also in the same edition that I have this one, and Macbeth, because all of my Shakespeare plays are all in this Folger's Shakespeare Library edition. Of Monte Brig, a novel by Rilke. I don't really remember exactly what this one's about, but it's just another piece of Rilke work now that I'm collecting Rilke. I got The Glass Castle by Jeanette Walls because you know, recently I've seen this movie on Netflix and it made me cry. And I got Girl Interrupted by Susanna Kaysen, because it's about a girl who struggles with borderline personality disorder, and although she's white, I was also diagnosed with borderline personality disorder. Yeah, and it's 1967. Yeah, 10 books. I don't know why this collection of Shakespeare works is just so satisfying. Somebody's daughter. Okay, and this is my super quick thrift books classical haul. Still disoriented and trying to wake up from my nap, but I want to get up, clean up this kitchen, and make something to eat, but I just don't know what that's going to take right now. It's kind of late in the day. I kind of forgot to update y'all. I feel like the last time I updated you was around 5 p.m. and I was like, I don't even know what I was doing. 7:52 now. And I just mopped this bowl of oatmeal that I made. It was really delicious. It was brown sugar, maple syrup. I think that's all I put in there. Oh, and a splash of cinnamon and some salt. Actually, it was pumpkin pie spice, not cinnamon. And I'm having some peppermint tea with honey. This is both to cure my acid reflux from that nap I took earlier. We have Rilke going on. I'm gonna do some writing after this, and I'm just reading or watching a video essay on book collecting. I've put these beautiful flowers that my babe got me in a bottle, and I did some dishes. Yeah, writing right now because we ordered Chinese food and they gave us fortune cookies, and like I have not received fortune cookies from Chinese takeout since like my childhood, so like fuck yes. Welcome back, friends. Today's the next day. I'm in a long time actually fed myself. I wouldn't say it was full meals, but it was meals before 12 o'clock, and I usually don't eat anything except coffee and water until then. But this morning, before I got to starting work, I made myself some oatmeal, and I had some oatmeal and a glass of water, which is good because I don't usually drink water that early because I get nauseous. And then during work, I had half of a bagel with just some scallion cream cheese, and then just now I'm like done working and I've had the other half of the everything bagel with some butter and scallion cream cheese. And today I've had a little bit of water, one iced latte already. This is my second iced latte. It's a iced dirty chai with honey and cinnamon. So good. And I have an almond croissant ready to snack on. And right now I'm gonna get some reading done. There's my water bottle. I didn't drink much of it. Okay, so we've got my pencil case to pull out the 2 books that I have in here right now and decide if I want to continue them. I think I really will. I think I'm gonna finish up. Well, first of all, let me pull them out and show you what we have out of the 11, the stack of 11 that I'm working on. I want to finish Letters to a Young Poet because I'm pretty sure I only have 2 more letters left. Yeah, I'm on 8 right now. And then there's 9 and then 10, so 3 more letters. I lied. But they're short and really great and pretty much like feels like I'm reading my own thoughts. So I don't think that it'll take me too much to get through this, and then I'm gonna just add my thoughts about it in my reading journal and update my Goodreads today. I'll be done with book number 1 of the month. And then we're inching so much closer to the end of The Count of Monte Cristo. I read about 50 pages yesterday, and then I fell asleep reading on the couch. And it's kind of interesting the way that I'm following this because I'm listening to it on Audible and I'm reading this version, and I'm not sure if the Audible version just added more to the story or if this book is a condensed version of the story, but the Audible version has in a lot of scenes that aren't happening in here. So I'm a little bit confused, and in this book I'm way ahead of the audio book. Because there's a bunch of like in between scenes. So I'm at the part where Monte Cristo has his house in Italy, Paris. He just bought a house in Paris, and he's at Danglars' bank and wants to borrow an unlimited credit or have like an unlimited credit sum, and Danglars is like, are you crazy? Who do you think you are? Like, he must be a prince or something. But like, he doesn't believe in counts because counts give themselves the titles versus he himself, who's a baron, who has been given the title. I don't know, he's just a fucking hater. And at this point in the story, we have reached the point where we understand, well, all of Monte Cristo's planned, or Edmund's planned, or what was his name? I think it was Edmund. I'm pretty sure it's Edmund though. Or is it Edward? It's Ed something. We've reached the point where Dante's his plan is being kind of unwound and revealed to us. He's a very patient man, because it's been about almost 20 years since he like escaped from prison or something like that, or 10-20 years since he escaped from prison, and he's just like slowly but surely plotting his revenge and doing it through the children of the people who have wronged him, because essentially I'm assuming it's because he was wronged as a child, so he like lost out, not as a child but as a young man, so I'm assuming he like lost out on that, and he's plotting on taking that away from their children too. I have no idea, which is what I love about this book. But anyways, we're getting really close to finishing it, and I can't wait. I cannot wait to see how it ends. And I cannot wait again to read it again and tab it up, because this time I'm reading it and I'm not really keeping track of any themes or anything. Like in my head I'm keeping a mental note of it, but I'm not tabbing it up. I'm just trying to enjoy it. And then the few tabs that I have in here are just some quotes that I like thought were beautiful, or like were like a what the fuck. But that is the Count of Monte Cristo and Letters to a Young Poet. And I think I want to finish Letters to a Young Poet right now, read about 50 more pages of Monte Cristo, and then when I'm done with that I will let you know which book I decide to pick up from the other 11. And then before or after, or sometime in between that, I want to like plan out my reading schedule for the rest of the month, because it's possible for me to read all of those books for the rest of the month. We've got about 3 more weeks, and like essentially it would be a book a day, but I have to like actually put myself to like a schedule in order to do it, and like set reminders and like time breaks, because I work best within guidelines. So I'm gonna do that, and I'll update you when I have something else to say about whatever I'm reading. Okay, so I don't know what time it is. 2:30. I just finished Letters to a Young Poet, and blown away, flabbergasted. It's mind-blowing to me that someone can think this way in 1904, or like the early, is that the 1900s? Yeah, the early 1900s. And there are people today in 2023 that are still like everything phobic and don't want to do any inner work to deal with themselves. I could talk about this whole entire book, but I'm not going to. I loved every single letter, but if I had to pick my favorites, I dog-eared a couple. I'm pretty sure it was number 4. Yeah, number 4, which is the one where he talks about the two ends of the gender spectrum being not so different. Number 6, where he talks about nonconformity. Yeah, he says, why should you want to give up a child's wise, not understanding? Why should you want to give up a child's wise, not understanding in exchange for defensiveness and scorn? Since not understanding is after all a way of being alone, being ignorant. Whereas defensiveness and scorn are a participation in precisely what by these means you want to separate yourself from. So yeah, there's no need to be a grumpy old adult when you can be as open-minded as a child who is willing and able to accept all of the newness of the world. Basically, don't conform to what people want you to be or what people want you to think. Keep an open mind. Basically, underline this whole fucking book. Circled a few phrases like insipid duty. I love that one. Insipid duty. We don't have any duty to this world or to any one person other than ourselves. So yes, insipid duty. Not really sure which profession he's talking about here, but he says, I can only suggest that perhaps all professions are like that, filled with demands, filled with hostility toward the individual, saturated as it were with the hatred of those who find themselves mute and sullen in an insipid duty. The situation you must live in now is more heavily burdened with conventions, prejudices, and false ideas than all other situations. And if there are some that pretend to offer a greater freedom, there is nevertheless none that is in itself vast and spacious as connected to the important things than the truest kind of life consists of. Only the individual who is solitary and placed under the deepest laws like a thing, and when he walks out into the rising dawn or looks out into the event-filled evening, and when he feels what is happening there, all situations drop from him as if from a dead man, though he stands in the midst of pure life. He just talks about like the loveliness of like being a child and the innocence of having pure child thoughts. And that was 6. Another favorite of mine is definitely, I love 7, 8, and 9. But I don't think I'm going to read you anything from 7. But he talks about, I'm pretty sure in, which one is this? In 6, he talks about God being a metaphor for yourself, which I find interesting. In 7, which 9 might be my favorite one, but 7 comes in a close second. But in 7, he talks a lot more about solitude. But he goes, you should not let yourself be confused in your solitude by the fact that there is something in you that wants to move out of it. This very wish, if you use it calmly and prudently, and like a tool, will help you spread out your solitude over a great distance. Most people have, with the help of conventions, turned their solutions toward what is easy and toward the easiest side of easy. But it is clear that we must trust in what is difficult. Everything alive trusts in it. Everything in nature grows and defends itself any way it can and is spontaneously itself, tries to be itself at all costs and against all opposition. Are you shitting me right now? He's like, be yourself no matter how fucking hard it is. You trust in the identity that you want to build for yourself. We know little, but that we must trust in what is difficult. No, we know little, but that we must trust in what is difficult is a certainty that we will never abandon. We're going to start that again. We know little, but that we must trust in what is difficult is a certainty that will never abandon us. It is good to be solitary, for solitary is difficult. That something is difficult must be one more reason for us to do it. This chapter is like, I feel like my mom is fucking speaking to me, because when I was a kid, my mom's favorite phrase was whenever like I wanted to go outside and play with my cousins and they didn't want to play with me, or just anything in general, like I wanted to go to my friend's house and my mom wouldn't let me because it was dangerous, she would always say, you're born alone and you're going to die alone. Be comfortable with being alone. You're not going to have, you were in the womb by yourself and you're going to die alone. And some people may think that was harsh, but I think that was one of the greatest lessons she ever taught me, because my mother taught me how to be independent and comfortable with being myself from like literally 5, 6 years old. From the moment that I could like speak and play and be around others. So I was very comfortable just being in my own space and being in my own mind and understanding my own thoughts and questioning my own thoughts and questioning everyone else's thoughts, because I was so comfortable with myself and my own thoughts. I bet my mom didn't see that one coming. But then he also goes, it is also good to love because love is difficult. For one human being to love another human being, that is perhaps the most difficult task that has been entrusted to us. The ultimate task, the final test and proof, the work for which all other work is merely preparation. That is why young people who are beginners in everything are not yet capable of love. It is something they must learn with their whole being. He goes, loving for a long time ahead and far on into life is solitude, a heightened and deepened kind of aloneness for the person who loves. Loving does not at first mean merging, surrendering, and uniting with another person. For what would a union be if two people who are unclarified, unfinished, and still incoherent? It is a high inducement for the individual to ripen, to become something in himself, to become world in himself, for the sake of another person. You must learn how to love in order to love other people. You must love other people in order to learn how to love. Love is important because it's difficult. because we have to learn how to listen to other people. And then he goes and talks shit about all the people that like. So the part where it ended at, to become a world in himself for the sake of another person, it is a great demanding claim on him, something that chooses him and calls him to vast distances, only in this sense as the task of working on themselves, to hearken and to hammer day and night. May young people use love that is given to them. Merging and surrendering in every kind of communion is not for them. It is the ultimate. It is perhaps that for which human lives are yet barely large enough. Out of the depths of their already buried solitude, they act out of mutual helplessness, and then the moment that they became aware of it, for they swore before they had never found anything like that inside of them. The future stands still, dear Mr. Caboose, but we move in infinite space. He goes, that is all, but how much better is it to recognize that we are alone? Conceivable experiences which we don't think we can deal with, but only someone who is ready for everything and who doesn't exclude any experience, even the most incomprehensible, will live the relationship with another person as something alive and will himself sound the depths of his own being. And then in the end he goes, in this way they have a certain security, and yet how much more human is the dangerous insecurity that drives those prisoners in Poe's stories to feel out the shapes of their horrible dungeons and not be strangers to their unspeakable terror of themselves. We, however, are not prisoners. No traps or snares have been set around us, and there is nothing that should frighten and upset us. And this part I love because I constantly preach the fact that, well, for my own anxiety, for myself, and for my partner, I'm constantly telling us or reminding us that the world is not out to get us. There may be bad people in the world, but the world itself is not out to get you. You cannot live your life in fear because the world does not want to do any harm to you. No people actually want to do any harm to you unless they do. These abysses belong to us. And if there are dangers, then we must try to love them. And if only we arrange our life in accordance with this principle, which tells us that we must always trust in the difficult, then what now appears to us as the most alien will become our most intimate and trusted experience. How could we forget these ancient myths that stand at the beginning of all races, the myths about dragons that at the last moment are transformed into princesses? Perhaps all the dragons in our lives are princesses who are only waiting to see us act just once with beauty and courage. Perhaps everything that frightens us is, in its deepest essence, something helpless that wants our love. I'll pick up another from the stack. Okay. It is now almost 3 o'clock. I think, if I can read time correctly. Time's moving so slow. And I'm a bit of the way through Monte Cristo again, almost at page 400. I just read about a little under 50 pages, about 30 pages. And I'm at the part where Valentine is set to marry Franz de Epinay, and she doesn't want to marry him, obviously, because she's in love with Maximilian Morel, and nobody knows. And her dad is like dead set on marrying her off. And her grandfather, Monsieur de Noirtier, who was a Bonapartist, if you remember, obviously does not want her to marry because she doesn't love him and he wants her to be happy. And he also hates Franz, I don't know how to say his name. What else is happening right now? Monte Cristo's kind of in the middle of it. He's kind of like meddling with it because I think he knows that she doesn't want to marry him. And her grandparents, her maternal grandparents, because her current mom, her stepmom, so her actual mom who died, her parents were coming to see to the marriage of her and Franz. And in the process of all of that, I guess her grandfather died. Not her father and father, like Noirtier, but her mother and father. And so the grandmother is like, I need to like see this girl off to marriage and make sure that she's happy. so that I can come back and like haunt this guy if he like doesn't actually treat her right. And everyone's like, no, you're crazy, you need to see a doctor and chill out, you're only saying this because you're scared your husband just died. And yeah, we're kind of just in the thick of that. This is my second iced latte that I just finished, and I can't decide if I want another coffee or some tea. So actually, I just took a poopy, and I've decided that I'm gonna pause a little bit on the reading because I want to break from looking at words, and I really want to paint my nails for some reason. So we're gonna do that. Okay, I just finished cutting and shaping my nails. I just finished my nails. This is the color and design that I did. Honestly, this is all based off of, I think I was watching YouTube short. Imagine these are my toes. Like that. Or if I were going to take my AirPods out the case, it would look like. So, what my nails do, I omitted to add a design on this finger. I want to make some pasta right now, but I'm feeling kind of lazy. Red onion, tomato, and mushrooms. But the mushroom that I was going to use was one of my neighbors who grows food grew this piece of lion's mane in their apartment, and I'm kind of scared that if I eat it I'll die, but I'm gonna trust it. I'm gonna cook it down, obviously. And I'm gonna make this with some, I think this fucking mushroom is moving. Make it with these cremini. And when I say I'm using bacon fat, I mean you're gonna want a hefty amount of bacon fat, like that. So currently got some wine going. Pasta's almost done. We're gonna plate it. We're gonna sit, we're gonna read those last of Monte Cristo, we're gonna eat, we're gonna enjoy this wine, and then honestly the rest of my day, I don't really know. Looks like in the bowl. Now that I'm smelling what it smells like in the house, I kind of wish I would have put some, oh my god, it was good. But I wish I would put some lemon in here. Oh my god, this is delicious. The lion's mane literally tastes like chicken. Like, I'm not kidding you when I say this mushroom tastes like chicken. I just inhaled that in like a minute. I'm really close to hitting my reading on Monte Cristo, but I felt myself getting really sleepy, so I decided to get up and do something, like move my body. Because I mean, I do want to go to sleep. I'm not neglecting myself from sleep. I am going to go to bed soon. It's 8:19 now. Just turned 19. But I needed to, for example, do the dishes before I go to bed. And I do want to hit my, like the short end of my reading goal before I go to bed. So I decided to get up, do the dishes, get my mind off of something else, you know, get my body moving a little bit. I'm gonna make myself some tea, and that's the goal. So hopefully, I think this is my last update of the day. I'll see you tomorrow. Exactly why I don't do my nails, because I do shit like this, and then shit like this happens, and then it discourages me. Myself, it's okay if a nail breaks. Like, what's wrong with having one broken nail? Like, that's normal. But no, this really bothers me, and I'm like 10 seconds away from ripping all of these off. So I guess we'll see tomorrow. And hopefully this is for real the last update I have for you. But my tea of choice is a London Fog of sorts. This is just Caravan Spice Black Tea, which is supposed to be like a chai-esque tea. It has similar spices to chai. And it's a base of black tea, and I just steamed some milk. And what you see in this strainer is the whole tea, and then I'm just pushing it down into the milk. Almond croissant. So I'm really sad It's the 12th, Friday, and I was craving ice cream, specifically Talenti, the mango one, and I didn't want to go outside because it's 80 degrees, so I made my own, and it came out great, and it's really delicious. And I only used mangoes, the juice of one whole lemon, about this much honey, and water. And it's so good. And I'm probably gonna eat this whole thing. And that's how big it is. Cord.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, you got this? Alright, you doing it? Yeah. My arm is definitely shaking. Ooh! Yay! This looks so good. This stencil is eating.
It is.
It's eating right now. I love this ellipsis. What if I said fuck you?
Right.
You see me in that black dress on the first date, and now I'm causing frustration on your mind.
Great.
Like
Like
this?
Yes, this is fine. Look in the mirror.
Okay, my camera's dying. I'm like truly not sure at all when the last update that I made to this vlog was, but today is now May 18th. It's 11 p.m. I'm getting ready to go to bed. I just had dinner, cleaned up, showered, you know the works. I've gotten through a good chunk of Monte Cristo. I have about 100 pages left. I keep telling myself that I'm gonna finish this in a day, and that's just not happening, but it's okay. Okay, I'm gonna go to bed and see you tomorrow. Okay, so it is the 19th still, or I don't know when was the last time I was on here. It is 2:45 p.m. and I want to finish Monte Cristo, which is sitting over there. And I'm gonna set a timer for an hour and 30 minutes. Set a timer for an hour and 30 minutes and sit there and see how much of the last 100 pages, it's more like 115, I can read before this timer goes off. I'm not sleepy. I haven't eaten much, but I had a little bit of leftover food. I'm having an iced latte, and I have a blueberry muffin that I can and will snack on if I get hungry. And like I have food, I just don't feel like eating. I made chicken last night, so there's leftover chicken in the fridge. But nonetheless, and I also have water for those concerned about my water intake. I really just want to finish Monte Cristo. I feel like I've been reading that book for so long, since March, April, May. Okay, it's been 3 months almost. I just want to finish it and then move on to another one. Like, I really feel like I can't move on, and I know I can move on, which is why I read multiple books at a time, but I really need to finish it. Like, my brain needs to finish it before I can like truly get into the next book, right? You know? So I got into a good reading groove, and then I got hungry, and ate this blueberry muffin, and then I went on a fucking 30-minute scrolling spree. So we're gonna combat that by actually finishing the last 100 pages now that I'm finally in the 500s. Okay, we got 50 pages left. Choosing to round it to 25, although I know it's like 35 pages left. And it's 11 p.m. now, 11:03 to be exact. And I really am hoping to finish this in the next, I'm giving myself 30 minutes. I want to be done before 12, but I'm giving myself 30 minutes. I'm gonna set a timer, and then I'm gonna get into it because I really need to get to bed, because I also need to shower. So, yes, I'll update you when I'm done and my final thoughts. Although right now I'm quite pissed because I feel like Dantes is showing way more mercy than he should, but also maybe not. Maybe everything is falling into place the way it's meant to be. It's 11:15 and I'm tired and I'm going to sleep. I did finish that last chapter that I was on though, so. I just got home from getting my film developed, and like, you can't see, but my pants are literally dripping wet. And my socks were so wet and dirty that I had to throw them out. My sneakers were puddles. So they're outside. 7 p.m. I'm back home from dropping off film from earlier, and I picked up some pupusas on my way home. I want to say this one is just beans. I actually have no idea what's happening. This one might be just cheese, and then one of them has beef. I have absolutely no idea, but I'm about to dip.
Why my forehead always shiny in every video?
My whole,
One video when
I'm dropping sugar cane all over myself. It's okay. My whole face be shiny and everything all the time. I'm just a walking ball grease. I love sugar cane. Oh my god.
It's so good. I can't.
But my question was, where the hell did they get this from in America?
They got it from Mexico.
In America?
Oh, from Mexico.
There's a Mexico in America?
Somebody traveled. We need 2 umbrellas.
We're going to see Mr. Bosky, my king, my idol, my the love of my life, besides Ashley,
With
of
this
course.
map.
With this map that is falling apart. We're gonna be Dora the Explorer.
Yes.
That's Dora, I'm Diego.
Oh, I'm more Boots.
Okay, that's Boots.
I'm Boots.
I'm Dora. I'm fucking dead. Because, no, first of all, I'm Sniper the Fox.
Boots
Second
was
of all,
really mean. Oh, Sniper.
Actually-
Yo, he was so relatable. Like, nigga, why you stealing everything? But
no,
at the
for
same
real.
time,
You could have just asked.
but at the same time,
He was, okay. We don't have to get into Sniper philosophy on camera.
relatable.
Right now, our feet are in puddles of agua.
Yours is gonna go into another one.
Mine is going into another one. And we're headed to Bosky. What?
I'm trying to see if this is a rich person or a famous person.
Which one?
The Fletcher.
Oh, that's my cousin.
I think it's just a rich person.
That doesn't mean anything to us. Oh wait, this person?
William H.
10 more minutes. It
What the
says.
fuck? Damn, motherfucker's far.
Basquiat is deep.
We scared as fuck. This is the type of shit that at night I feel like the zombies come out of there.
Place is
come out of-
gorgeous. Wow, I can't believe I've never been to this side of the fucking cemetery.
What he do? He got a
Whoa, this is amazing.
the American Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals. I'm weak. He got a whole horse plaque. What little house?
They're really rested in
They
peace.
really rested in peace.
They really are. These are like whole mausoleums, though. It's not just one body. I don't think.
But it's one name.
True, but it might be like the dad, like the male name of the family.
No, you
like
know.
What?
Like, people were literally enslaved at the time of most of these deaths.
Yeah. And isn't it even more wild to think about most of these people probably had slaves?
Owned. Yeah. Owned people.
And they probably deserve their deaths and don't deserve to be laid to rest in a place as beautiful as this one that they only got because of fucking money.
Money. From selling people.
From selling people! Like us! Yeah. And we're walking through them right now.
We're just like, wow, nice grave.
No, seriously. But it's okay, I'm not here for you. I'm here for Bosky.
That person, whoever that was, died a very long time ago. I see 19 though, 1900.
This is so
That grave is
beautiful.
fucked up.
Look at that vine. Look at it.
These are Alexandre. Gucciardi? What? Douchery?
Charcuterie?
Douchery?
Trash can.
Which Douglas is that? Frederick?
No, you know damn well. It's Frank Upward Douglas. Frank Howard. Wow. Frank Howard, not Upward. A nigga is blind. Don't mind me.
Excavating the cemetery.
My feet are literally squeaky squawking. Like drippity dropping. Oh my god. That is why you do not film
What if we see
and record.
Confederate flags on somebody's tombstone?
Well, we pissed. Oh. Hi.
Oh.
Just to eat.
I'm dead. I'm sorry, I couldn't feel my phone. He mad at me.
I'm dead.
He was just like, wow, you're not answering. I'm like, well, I couldn't feel my phone.
Ooh.
Sometimes he puts his phone on fucking vibrate.
Okay, I'm leaving him a little jointiana. But I feel like
He babbling. Still? No, I'm not at work.
love you.
Maybe on the train or something.
Amber, this is the pond in the cemetery. We were sitting right up there, and I was like, that's the water. And you had no idea what I was talking. Hold on. Let me get around it. Because literally, this is the water that I was talking to you about. You had no idea what I was talking about.
So what she said?
She said, what are you talking about? What did she
What did she tell
say?
you to do?
Oh, she said it was getting thick. She said it's getting thick.
What did she do in that pan?
Oh, this is milk and
2.5 cups of milk.
oh, 2.5 cups of milk, and specifically Mighty Fine, not, I don't know what the Jello one is, but not the Jello one, and
sugar.
and
a little.
and vanilla extract.
Just some sugar.
and some sugar. Just
Then you let it
a
get a boil,
splash.
like it's boiling. Once it boils, then you know.
Oh, it's doing that nice bubbly thing. I love when it bubbles. That's so
So now you
satisfying.
know it's done. So you see it's thick.
Oh, you don't have to keep going?
No, it's thick. Once you come to a boil and it get thicker, you good.
That's mad simple. Really did not think it was gonna fit in this pan. No way. This is so simple.
If you're not here by the time, but I will leave.
Yeah.
I don't remember who it is, but I remember what you're talking about.
Yeah. I said, oh shit, let me go see. No, I just rolled past. We just rolled past. I just taking a gamble. When I do I just be gambling. That looks so nice.
Buy some new sunglasses, cause
Maybe I said I was gonna go on torch. Yeah, because Diamond was telling me about they were fishing. I was like, and how to record Strawberry. I said, do it again.
okay. Oh, it's so cute. Yes.
You look alike, right?
Yes. Y'all are twins. I'm having those babusas left over from the other day, and the one with the beans is really hitting. Like, Ashton made me some guac. That one is just cheese, and this is beans and cheese. And I'm really fucking this shit up right now. And I'm watching YouTube video, and then I'm gonna read after I'm done eating, because I can't read and eat at the same time because I need my hands. So today's Wednesday, May 24th. And as of yesterday, Tuesday the 23rd, I finished Monte Cristo. As far as the month of May goes, this month I finished 2 books. Monte Cristo and Letters to a Young Poet. But I still have 7 more days, and I feel like I can like maybe do a book a day. Or I can try to and see where that's gonna go. But for now, I feel like I want to wrap up this vlog so it's not too giant, and then maybe do 1 week-long vlog. So I'm gonna see how much of this vlog I can edit right now and close it out here. So thank you for being here with me. Thank you for being amazing. Ashton's mom made us banana pudding a couple days ago, and I'm about to literally sit here